Okay, now I've got all of we'll move Steph's truck over there when she gets home from work, but I've got everything moved over there for tomorrow's project. Tomorrow's project is, it's really exciting, but this brand new driveway that we created, obviously we extended, the old driveway went around that tree and then just straight up there. That was it. So all this here, this turnaround, this parking spot, this pad for this garage, all that, it's all brand new. But it's been here long enough. It's compacted to the point where it's kind of settled is, you know, the term they use. We had a little bit more settling here in the ground, as you can see there, when we ran electricity from the house to the garage, but that's normal. Now that's settled. Now that everything's settled, we're gonna have another crew come in here tomorrow. That's where this video will pick up. We're gonna have another crew come in here tomorrow and pave this driveway. So we're getting some blacktop laid down. This turnaround here, where usually I park my truck, that's getting doubled. That's going all the way over to here. So that's gonna be twice as wide. I don't know what I'm gonna do with that area just yet. Probably park the tractor there for right now. Definitely put a basketball hoop there for the boys, but it'll just get, you know, more area for us to move around and maneuver around here. But I'm super excited. Now, instead of only being able to ride on the deck, my son will be able to, because he's still got training wheels, he'll be able to ride his bike out here in the driveway. But we're getting some blacktop. Guys, for you with properties, homesteads, whether you got a property that's well established or you got one that you're working on like us, this property looks completely different than what it used to. All that I'm pointing to here, even where the truck is parked and all that, past those trees, that's all used to be woods. We had all that cleared. Videos can be found in my videos. So, you know, even the grass was all the way up to the old deck. 6-8 foot tall elephant weeds. It's just take one project at a time. These decks were put on this past year, front and back. Back one wraps around to the patio where the swim spa is and the fire pit is. It's all just a work in progress. You don't have to do it all at once, one thing at a time. But the next step in the chapter here on our property is a paved driveway. Is it cool? What are you excited about?
It's black.
It's black? You'll be able to ride your bike all in the driveway, and then we're gonna put a basketball hoop over there. We got rid of the ramps because they made it nice where it goes up to the garage. Don't touch, bud.
It's not even hot.
What's up, guys? Welcome to the video. On the video today, we're going to be talking about our driveway getting paved, what makes a good paving job, some of the things to look for if you're going to get your driveway paved, and also if your driveway is being paved and you have the construction crew working and you see some of these things that I'm about to mention. These are things to bring up to the job foreman, the supervisor that's present, and or the owner of the company, because you might want to withhold that last payment until you get the results you're looking for. Because there's a lot of scammers out there, and they'll come to your house and they'll say, you know, we're doing a job down the road and we have some extra pavement. Would you like us to pave your driveway on the cheap? So the first thing that I'd like to bring up about getting a driveway paved is the phrase "on the cheap." Anytime you could save some money, it's great, right? Well, it's not always great. Most of things in life, and this is one of them, you get what you pay for. You get what you pay for, meaning if you think you're going to save $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 on a driveway job, getting some asphalt laid in your driveway, you're dead wrong. There's a reason they do it so cheap. There's a reason they can do it so cheap. It's because you're getting subpar results. You're getting cheap labor, cheap materials, laid down quick, fast, in a hurry, and then if you have problems, they're going to disappear. You won't be able to get a hold of them. They're in the area. A lot of people like to call them driveway gypsies, you know, some pavement gypsies. But they're just scamming you. They're not in the area. They're going up and down your area looking for suckers. And they'll get asphalt cheap, but they'll lay it down real quick. It won't be the proper temperature. They won't have a proper crew, so they won't be able to give you the results you think and want, and frankly, for your money, you deserve. If you're going to spend your hard-earned money on a driveway, make sure you get it done right. So these are some things to look for. Now, I'm not a driveway professional, and before I get into this, because this is my little spiel, I just know a lot of. I'm not, you know, a master of one thing. I just know a lot about a lot, just not a whole lot about one thing. Jack of all trades, I guess you could say. So I'll share what I know with you about pavement. This asphalt has got to be brought up. I'm not going to give you exact temps because it changes depending on where you're at, the mix you're at, the kind of chemicals that they're using, the kind of materials they're using, the kind of machines they're using, how many people are on their work crew, things like that. All that changes as far as like temperature. But it comes out of the truck hot. If your pavement cools down before they get it to a spot, laid down, cleaned up, compacted, and prepped the way they want, if it cools down before that time, it's going to harden. And if it hardens on you before you get to lay it properly, it's going to be unmanageable. You won't be able to work with it. So little things like, I'm going to turn the camera around here. Before we get into that, I want to talk about today's sponsor. Today's sponsor is POM. POM Industries makes pepper spray. Self-defense sprays for everybody to be able to defend yourself and your loved ones. I've been working with POM for, it's been probably 8 years now. Probably going on 10 years now. I've done videos for POM where I demonstrate how effective POM is. POM is one of the top 3 hottest sprays of all time. They come in a variety of different colors. They come in a couple different sizes, but what they do maintain is their small and mighty and powerful stature. A lot of times, depending on what state you live in, you can only carry a certain size spray. POM offers smaller size sprays so that more people across the country can use their product. I was completely floored by POM. POM incapacitated me, created involuntary eye closure. I was not able to see. I had to be helped. I was out of commission for 45 minutes to an hour. And I'm someone who's been sprayed countless times. So I recommend POM. POM is a sponsor for the channel. Links will be in the description where you could get yourself some POM. And it's something Josh from 570 recommends. Now let's get back to the video. Alright, so I'm going to talk to you about a few things here. When you look over a driveway, now I could show you some bad jobs, so I'm going to show you some now. I'm going to run in some clips here. When you look over a driveway after it's been done, if you see a whole bunch of lines where the roller left impressions, or if you see that your asphalt is uneven meaning you got a whole bunch of asphalt that's like all mashed together, and then you go into another section and there's just open parts that are like loose and it feels like gravel, where it hasn't been compacted or it hasn't like adhered to the other parts of the asphalt. It hasn't like glued itself together. That's a bad job. Some of that has to do with temperature, some of that has to do with how it was laid down. Maybe it wasn't packed properly. Things like that. Another big thing people look for is edges. That's an edge. Not only is that an edge, but they've got amazing edges all over here. Look at these crisp edges here. So you want to look for them, and I'll show you in the video. You want to look for them packing the edge in, sealing it, making sure that it gets tight and it holds not only from the top but from the side as well. Look at this. You almost put a ruler on that edge. So edges are real important, especially in the asphalt game. You want to make sure that your edges are taken care of, because if it starts to crumble on your edge, then it's going to, just go from there and just crumble everywhere. Another one thing you want to look for is puddling. After a rain, if you have a spot where water will sit and it puddles, odds are, especially in the winter, if you ever get a crack or a seam or a split in the asphalt, that's going to open up, and then the water's going to get in there, and when it freezes, it's going to crack your asphalt and then damage your driveway. just like anything else, driveways, painting a house, building a house, 99% of good work is in the prep. Now I'm going to show you some clips here of them working, but I already had a good base. We had a gravel driveway for years now. That always extended up and it went to here. Last year when we had this land cleared, we had this area opened up and we had the gravel driveway extended down past here. So we had more stone brought in. That stone was compacted. It sat over winter. It settled. It got wet, dried. It got wet. It dried. It got driven on. The stone was well worked into the soil. Then the crew came in here with the paving guys, and they brought even more stone. They brought more stone on top of that, a different size. Compacted that. Brought in some limestone in here. Brought that up in here, compacted it all. There was a spot over here where they could see where there was no rock, but like water might possibly sit. If they would have paved over that, it would have turned into a problem within 3 months. They dug that hole out, filled it with stone, packed it, filled it with stone again, took care of the problem, prepped the surface properly before they laid the asphalt down. Now, just from them cleaning up and leveling, they took a hump over here out to kind of make everything smoother so that the water sheds off. Water on your driveway is not an issue if you have like water that comes out and goes on your driveway, as long as it doesn't stay there, as long as it doesn't sit there. So with the layout of our yard, this area right here, this little cul-de-sac area, does get a little bit of runoff from the rest of the yard. But what happens is it sheds right away, goes over the driveway, and as you can see, it's been raining all morning and there's no water sitting on the driveway. It goes to the other side real quick and gets off the driveway. The driveway is pitched so that it will relieve that water. You don't want it sitting on your driveway. Another big thing you want to look for in a paving job is where the rubber meets the road, I guess you could say. Now, what I mean by that is where the driveway and the highway meet. You got to be careful on how you cut into the road and use your machines to make sure the driveway goes completely up to the road. But you want a smooth transition. You don't want it to look nasty. And then once they were done, they sealed the edge with a barrier, and it came out beautifully. These edges, guys, these edges are amazing. Now this right here is just a little bit of asphalt that's off to the side. It just came off the machine that way. When they created your edges, they packed all this in. That's what's gonna stay. This loose stuff is gonna go probably the first couple times I mow. Seen some real bad jobs. Another thing you want to look out for is thickness. You don't need a 10-inch thick driveway. Most places are standard 3.5 to 4.5 inches as far as a driveway goes. Unless you need a heavy-duty driveway that'll take like truck traffic and heavy vehicles and things like that, you would definitely want it thicker, 5-6 inches. But the industry standard is 3.5 to 4.5 inches. So you want to make sure that the product they're giving you is going to last, and the first couple times you drive on it just doesn't fall apart. Now I know it sounds trivial, but like little things like this, where the driveway meets the garage, you want to have them, honestly this starts about a foot down. You want to have the base prepped so well that when it comes up and then it's 4.5 inches below before your pavement gets brought in, you want all that compacted and prepped so that you have a smooth, even surface that's going to last and then take all the traffic that you're going to do in and out of your garage. With us, we just so happen to end up with like 6 to 8 inches of just solid asphalt with the stone aggregate in it. You can see all the stone work. That's the stone that was originally in the driveway, the gravel that was in there, and then they mixed it with the crushed limestone, so it's an even better bond. And then once they compacted and made it hard and brought it up to level and then brought the asphalt in, the asphalt binded it all together. Just, it's amazing when you watch good companies that know what they're doing work. I'm really impressed with the work they did. I was really impressed with not only the work they did, but the attitude. The workers, they were in such a good mood. Like, working for their company is like really fun because they were having a good time, and I got good results because everybody likes their job, and I got nothing bad to say. I do want to thank PCP for coming up here and paving. Their link will be in the description below. If you're in the Northeast Pennsylvania area and you would like a driveway job, they gave me an amazing price, but not such an amazing price that it scared me. After doing some research on their company, I know that they weren't just doing, you know, driveway jobs. They actually have been in business for a very long time and do amazing work. So I did my research beforehand, but you don't want to get screwed either. So I really want to thank them guys. They did a great job. Leave a link in the description where you can contact them or look at their page, but leave your comments in the comment section below if you're a driveway professional or asphalt kind of person, seal coating, concrete, that kind of thing. Leave a comment in the comment section below. Let me know what you think on how they did. Aftercare. I did my own research as far as aftercare. I won't be driving on this for like a week. I definitely won't be parking on it, but I won't be driving on this for like a week. I'm walking on it 24 hours out, but it's okay for that. But it's not something that I'm in a hurry to do because I want it to last. I don't want to rush things and drive on it too soon. You can leave indents in your pavement if it's not properly cured, so you want that thing to cure slowly, and it does take, some people say it takes a month, some people say it takes a week. Either way, I'm going to take my time. I'm not going to rush getting my vehicles on top of this asphalt right now. So that's all I got for you guys. This is Josh from the 570. We'll see you next time.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side.